for joining me today as we start to dive into day 1 of the 12 Days of Christmas for Awakening Wealth. Let's get to it. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm your host, Fiona Jean, Purposeful Warrior, and my passion is to teach others, share my experience and my wisdom, so you too can create generational wealth for you and your legacy, the dollars that live on to support those long after we've departed from this current human experience. Now, the journey of awakening wealth is often thought to be fraught with fear and doubt. So over the next 12 days, I'm going to poke the bear. I'll tell it how I see it, share my truth of what I know and what I've learned and experienced through the world of wealth creation, your money story, if you will. So I want you to grab your conscious cuppa. For me, I'm enjoying a beautiful glass of rosé. It's in the evening, why not? And I want you to have a notebook, a pen, somewhere quiet, perhaps plug in your headphones and lean in with me as we start day 1. Even though this is a pre-recorded video, I want you to take some time to be consistent every day. Drop a comment in the post. Be sure to tag me, Fiona Jean, say hi. Let me know where you're coming in from, where you're listening from, so I can connect with you. If we're not friends already, feel free, send me a friend request. One of the team will probably answer that. And be sure to turn on notifications for any of my pages, especially Purposeful Warrior and the Fiona Jean pages, so you don't miss when I go live as well during this 12 days with additional pop-ups, some giveaways, some really, good freebies, some workbooks to help you go deep and dive deep into the money story and get the answers or start to uncover the answers so you can be empowered to make change. Whether you're starting or whether you're reconnecting with your own wealth journey, this is what the 12 days are meant to be about. I'll also pop in with some more free gifts that are virtually vital, I'll say, to you doing the work, because I'm not FGTV. I'm not a daily sitcom, a rom-com, a comedy show. For the next 12 days, if that's your intention, to be here to either support me or to sit and watch and be passive, then please don't. I invite you not to watch these videos. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to give up the opportunity to miss looking at and actually doing some work? I want you to be present. I want you to commit to these days and to these videos and doing the work that I ask, the tips that I share, because success only comes through action. So let's call it successing. After all, when you're on a purposeful path, you stop questioning and second guessing yourself. You wake up with the kind of energy that makes your soul sing. You surrender to your emotions and emerge your true self. And I want that for each and every one of you. I truly do. So, as an intro to day 1, it's important to realize, if you will, that thousands of generations prior to us have thought about the process of money. We're not new. We haven't just done this and invented this. I see lots of things on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, but this isn't new. This has been around a very, very long time. And the most important message that I want you to hear has everything to do with how you behave with money, and very little to do with how you understand the complicated formulas to do with money. So that might give you some insight into where we're going to go over the next 12 days. It's not about the how to. That will come. Those things we can share, we can talk about, we can discuss. It's about how you behave with money. So because you're sitting there, like I asked, or I invited you, have your journal and your pen, I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. Perhaps pause the video after each question and write them down. Do you realize that perhaps your own money code is the problem? What is the story you're telling yourself? So those two questions are very important. Pop your comments in this post on this video where you're seeing it and tag me or DM me. I'm curious to hear what you think. And I will interact with you over these 12 days. I have no problem with that. I'm happy to give the time that I need to this 12 days to support you if you're willing to do the work. That's the condition. You're willing to do the work, you're showing up, and you're posting the answers to the questions that I'm asking, then I will support you. Now, in order to discover your true value, or the true value of your existing money code, that is a process and it's a formula. What I'm prepared to do, if I have at least 20 people that say that they want to know, I want to know my time worth, and they put a comment in here, at least 20 people, then I will do a live on that particular topic and share, so you know how to work it all out. I have to say, I do agree with one of my mentors, Paul Council, that you can't unlearn a money code as it's ingrained within you. Yet you can learn a new money code. That's the difference. After all, when your burn rate is higher than your earn rate, if you like, then you'll never get ahead financially. And do you really want that? I really hope that you all said, hell no, because otherwise, why are you watching this? Is my question for you specifically. I also do have a 30-day Awakening Wealth program and my signature 10 days 10 steps, to wealth program that I'll tell you more about as we progress. But for now, I want to share this in this introductory video on day 1. 4 money mistakes that are keeping you stuck, broke, and financially frustrated. These are the biggest mistakes that most entrepreneurs make. And I say an entrepreneur, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're in your own business. I hope it does, and that you are. And if you are, that's fantastic. You're well on the way. But it can mean that you're an entrepreneur in the terms of your own career. So there's nothing wrong with having a job and working and building a career. You can still implement these money principles and own your story. That's the difference between having a job that is just over broke and having a job that is going to build you financial wealth. So the first mistake, number 1, living out someone else's money story. So most of the major beliefs about money are formed in childhood. I think we all potentially know this, or we've read. If you're on this journey or on this path, then you will have come across this before, I feel sure. Because as children, we watch and we listen to our parents, our families, our caregivers, whoever that may have been. And if your parents are constantly saying things like, money doesn't go on trees, rich people are snobs, or you want to work really hard if you want to make good money, you have to work really hard, or money's the root of all evil, odds are you soaked up these beliefs. You likely also soaked up the way that your parents reacted and acted to money. So my invitation here for you in relation to number 1 is to sit and ponder these questions. Take the time that you need. And again, I'd love you to share your answers. Did your parents fight about finances? Did one parent hide spending from another? Making you feel perhaps that spending was shameful. Did your parents constantly make you or each other feel guilty because they never had enough? Did you watch them jiggle, whichever, different bills, or put necessities on credit just to get by? The truth is, you stop living your own, what am I trying to say? The truth is you stop living out their money story. That's what you have to do. Stop living their money story. You can change these beliefs and rewrite your own. That's one possible, it's possible, it's expansive, it's exciting when you start this journey. But to be able to do that, guys, you have to know what the story is you need to change. Yeah. So we have to do the work. Answer the questions, please. Thank you. Mistake number 2, keeping your head in the sand. Another major mistake entrepreneurs, and again, like I said before, it's not just business owners, it's career makers, is to ignore the finances completely. Once again, my invitation to you, get out that journal, pause the video, write these questions down. Do you procrastinate on money-making activities? Do you? Do you hesitate to open bills, to look at your bank statement, or even send out invoices or requests for money? This is a big one for me, but for a slightly different reason. But it's a big one. It has been in the past, and even though recently I'm noticing it again cropping up. So I need to do some work on this myself, and I will be doing that. Do you know your numbers? From your monthly expenses to how much money you bring every month, exactly. How much you owe on your business credit card, how much you owe on your mortgage, what the interest rates are. Do you know your numbers? Do you lack a true plan of your financial future because you keep telling yourself it's fine, things will just work themselves out? Manifestation and abundance, I believe there's something to that, there is, but it also has to have a structure and a plan behind that. And it's all around the way that we think about money and we behave with money, and having a joyful attitude as well, because money follows joy. It really does. So if you have joy in your life, money will follow that, but money then needs a structure to be able to work within. Because if it's not going to be worked and managed and understood and nurtured in a way, it won't stay. So all of these are ways that you're keeping yourself from, or keeping yourself in the dark about your finances. If you truly want to feel more empowered around money, then you need to make a real, honest look at your financial situation. There's no right, wrong, good or bad. There's no judgment, there's no opinion, there's no point of view about any of this. We just need to know where you stand. You need to know where you stand to be able to move forward. Mistake number 3, holding on to the past grudges and mishaps. So if you've ever been, I guess the questions for this are for you to ponder. Have you ever been financially taken advantage of? Or have you ever financially taken advantage of someone else? Did you rack up tons of debt in college, perhaps, because you lived off your credit cards and, and you beat yourself up even to this day because you're still paying it off? Do you ever feel like you should have started earlier when it comes to saving, investing, paying off debt, or bringing in more income? Holding on to any of these past money grudges, again, it's going to create blocks for your abundance in the here and now. So please don't do that. You need to make peace with them. So it's a good idea to journal them and to write about it, all of these blocks and what they are. And then you have to forgive and let go, in a single incident, if you like, and if you truly want to create space for maximum abundance to come into your life. So my invitation to you in this particular section, this mistake number 3, would be to do the work, answer the question, write a letter to yourself, burn it and let it go. Make peace with it and let the grudges go. Mistake number 4 is not having a vision. for your financial future. So this is a big one, and it's really hard to get what you want when you don't know what that is. Everyone I talk to, well, I'm saying everyone, it's a huge statement to make, Fiona. A lot of people, a lot of the clients that I work with, they don't know what they want, but they know what they don't want. Interesting, right? It's easy to get stuck in short-term thinking around this as well, because it feels okay. Short-term feels okay, right? It's not scary, it's controllable. But the short-term thinking is never going to get you long-term results. You have to have a plan for the bigger picture. That said, if you're prone to keeping it all in your head, and your head's in the sand around money, it's also just as likely that you don't have a clear vision of what you'd like in life or your financial future. Because to win at the money game, you need a long-term vision. You really do. Your current financial situation does not have to represent your future. You get that, right? I don't care if you're $500,000 in debt, $10 million in debt, 500,000, whatever it is, whatever your number is, or if you're in the red, you're in the black, doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you can move forward. But having a long-term vision is part of the key to this. And thinking about what it would look like if all your money problems are magically solved and your financial life was completely transformed. Having that vision. So the questions would be, what does your financial life look like? How are you making money? Where are you living? What does your relationship with money feel like now? Do you still hide your head in the sand? Do you feel confident and capable and empowered around handling your money? Do you know exactly how to attract more of it and keep it and make it work for you? Sounds pretty incredible, right? Now, I also want you to think about what your life might look like in 3 years' time if you don't change your relationship with money today. What does life look like? Probably not quite as fabulous, right? The truth is, time is of the essence when it comes to becoming financially empowered. Not taking action on fixing your money mindset and letting go of your financial fears is the most expensive choice you can make. If you're all ready, or if you're not ready to not only get super clear on the big money vision, but also clear up your money fears so you can attract abundance with ease, then you definitely must grab today's freebie. This is a giveaway workbook. And my team will post a link. If you don't see the link, just make a comment here, send me the workbook under this video, and one of the team will be in contact with you and send it to you to get the details so we can email it to you. What the gift is all about is finding out what's holding you back from living your ideal day, if you like, every day. And I don't mean lying on the beach all day. If that's your ideal day for the rest of your life, it's sad in my view. I don't have an opinion on it, actually. You can live that way if you wish. That's your choice. I choose differently. But I think the most important thing is to get clear on your fears. So that's it from me today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 2.